Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Generation X Nation. Y'all seen the thumbnail? We gonna talk about Dr. Heavenly real quick. I'm sure everybody's seen what's going on out there in those YouTube streets and the comment that Dr. Heavenly said and the backlash she is now receiving. I'm going to hit this from a different angle because I do believe that Dr. Heavenly was dead wrong about what she said. But let's just be real. Anything will come out of Dr. Heavenly's mouth. Dr. Heavenly's mouth is out of control. She's always opening her mouth and inserting foot. She will say anything. I don't know if she does it for shock value or whatever, but nobody checks Dr. Heavenly. And maybe it's time for people to start checking Dr. Heavenly. And I'm not just going to talk about her. I'm going to go back on some of this mean girl mentality that has been on these reality TV shows for a while. And unfortunately, most of it has to do with women of color. Okay? But we're going to start with Dr. Heavenly first. Now, we all know Dr. Heavenly wasn't on Married to Medicine on the very first season, at least for us who have been watching it since season one. She wasn't there the first season. She came in the second season. The second season she came in, she wasn't exactly a mean girl. She had a little attitude about her, but she was playing it safe. She did get some pushback, a little harassment, just a little bit. And mostly it was between her mouth and some issues with her weight. You know, Dr. Heavenly got that smart mouth, and I don't think, when she first came on, people just didn't know how to handle her and that tongue of hers. Dr. Jackie used to get on her about her weight. Dr. Heavenly, she did mention she struggled with her weight and, she had weight loss surgery and all that stuff. And she felt some type of way about Dr. Jackie talking about her like that. Moving forward, I guess her and Dr. Jackie was able to see eye to eye on certain things and get past that. Now, once Dr. Heavenly figured out how the system worked, she had to get into the fold of the right people, meaning Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, because they were the faces of the show. As far as Married to Medicine, everybody liked Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie. And I think Dr. Heavenly assessed the situation and said, hey, these are two women I need to get the closest to. She worked her way over there. But while she was doing that, she had fallen outs with Mariah, who was originally on the show, disrespected her and her husband. They got into a big argument one day, and I remember Mariah telling Dr. Heavenly, you need to steam clean your house. Dr. Heavenly said some choice words back at her. Mariah eventually was, no longer on the show. Dr. Heavenly has got into it with Quad. Her and Quad have went back and forth. She called Greg abusive, told Quad she a fool for being. It was just a lot. And then somehow or another, her and Quad magically made up. I guess they're okay now. She called Contessa. Her and Contessa got into it. And you've seen how Contessa came back this year with Dr. Heavenly. They all thought Dr. Heavenly was a friend, and Contessa was talking about her marriage and her husband. Okay? Then she got with Toya. Remember the last reunion, Dr. Heavenly had to apologize to Dr. Eugene because she talked about him so bad, basically calling him weak and not having a backbone and all of that. She talked about their finances and their taxes. Every time they threw a party, she'd come in there with shade. Oh, they're having this party. They need to get their money together. Dr. Heavenly has always been rude and disrespectful to her castmates. This is nothing new. The problem is people have allowed it to go on for so long. One thing you do in life, or you never do, or however you want to put, you never let people get comfortable disrespecting you. They have allowed Dr. Heavenly to get very comfortable on that show, disrespecting them anytime she felt like it. Anytime she felt like it. They just blow it off. Oh, that's just Heavenly, Kiki. No, it's not. Dr. Jackie doesn't say anything anymore because Dr. Heavenly is her lapdog. Dr. Heavenly fights for her, and she even said, "Hey, I fight for Dr. Jackie. I'm her mouthpiece." Okay. Dr. Heavenly came in between Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone's relationship. If you think back a few seasons, where Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie wasn't as close as they used to be and wasn't hanging out because Dr. Heavenly got in Dr. Jackie's head. And you talking about a 20-year plus relationship way back to college days. She interfered with that. But if you say one thing to Dr. Heavenly about her husband, her family, or her marriage, she will lose her freaking mind. But it's okay for her to say whatever she want to say about other people's relationship. That's not right. But they have allowed her to get comfortable behaving that way. They don't check her. They don't check her. It's okay when she's doing it to somebody else as long as she's not doing it to me. Now remember when Dr. Heavenly had her, when she started her little Heavenly University YouTube channel, whatever, and she talking about her castmates. Oh, the next season they was hot at her. Everybody was mad. They was so hurt, so heartbroken, broken because you go on the internet and on social media and talk about us. So she stopped. And what did she do? She joined up with other people on Mondays and started doing interviews and talking about other reality TV shows and what she would not do or would not tolerate. Okay? And some of them were sister shows on Bravo. And I'm like, why isn't the Bravo network telling Dr. Heavenly to shut up? I don't know. Maybe they just want the shock value because if people like Heavenly, that'll bring more numbers and viewers to these shows. I don't know. But they, once again, allow Dr. Heavenly to be comfortable disrespecting people. Nobody checks it. They let her be a mean girl. And it got to the point where now the mean girl is out of control. But she's been out of control. She's been out of control, and nobody has said anything. They just continue to allow it, make up for it, allow it. And once you do that and you don't check the person, they get comfortable. Then they say what they want to say, do what they want to do. And nobody says anything till one day they open up the mouth and they insert foot. And that's what she just did. And now it's coming, this backlash is coming, and she wants to get all over the place and apologize. Shouldn't have never got that far. The first person I'm going to blame, and I know y'all hate me to hear me say this, is Damon. Because that's the only person she listens to. And at some point, Damon should have said, hey, Heavenly, I know you're doing this, for shock value or entertainment, but watch how you talk to people, tone it down a little bit. You can't go on social media and say these things about your friends or your castmates or whatever. He doesn't say anything, but he definitely takes up for it, which a husband would take up for their wife. But I think sometimes, Damien, you may have to put her, I ain't saying put her in her place because that would be an old fashioned way of thinking, but you may just need to have a conversation with her, and maybe she needs, so you can she listens to you, maybe explain to her why the way she talks to people or the way she talks about people is not always in the best light and it's not always acceptable. But he doesn't do that because that's his wife and he's going to ride and die for her to the end, wrong or right. Most people will if that's their spouse. But it's okay to check them sometime and say, hey, babe, that's not right what you're doing. So that's one of the first, because he's the closest person to her. Her castmates, especially Dr. Jackie and them, they say they try to check Heavenly. I don't think they try hard enough. Heavenly does have somewhat respect for Dr. Jackie. I don't think she tries hard enough. She just lets it go on. And this is not Heavenly's not the only one. So what I'm saying is I'm seeing this more and more over the years in our community on our TV shows. Now we're going to go all the way back to Basketball Wives. The first time I seen probably the most disrespectful thing that one woman can do to another on television was when Evelyn and Shawnee, and I don't remember who was all there, but they were in that winery sitting there, and Jen and Evelyn got into a little discussion or disagreement, and Evelyn's assistant got up and open hand slapped Jen in the face, and nobody thought anything was wrong with that. And Evelyn got up with a wine bottle about standing on those people's table like a clown trying to throw it. And we didn't think, the only person I seen off the show outside of the assistant was Jen. Evelyn was still filming. Now the show went on a hiatus, I don't know, for a little while, but it came right back on. Evelyn was sitting up there propped up. And I'm like, there's no way this woman should be on the show. Even though she didn't physically hit Jen, her assistant did, she brought that girl around. She should have been gone. And then it continued on Just the harassment, the bullying. Every time a new person would come on the show, they would harass and bully them. Talk about their wig or their man or who he cheated with. I remember they brought on Tammy Rowland back to California just to bring ratings because you know people love Tammy. So they knew it was for ratings. And then they get her on there and try to harass her. And when Tammy walked away, that was the best thing she ever done because she is thriving right now. And I think they didn't think she would do it. And Tammy was like, I'm not for this mean girl stuff. It started way before Dr. Heavenly. This is the point I'm getting to. I remember on Basketball Wives when Brandy looked Shawnee in the face and said, Shawnee, you act like a bitch. And Shawnee said, thank you for your services. Now, she said thank you for your services because somebody said she acts like a bitch. But she didn't say thank you for the services when somebody slapped another black woman in the face. Didn't make sense to me. Okay? Jackie Christie, every time she on the show, she about to whoop somebody behind. I love me some Jackie Christie. But I'm just saying this bullying been going on for a while. Let's move over to Potomac. The way they connived together and bullied Monique off of that show. Pushed her in a corner, pressured her so much, just got her so upset that she actually, got into an altercation with Candace. And I hated to see that coming because I liked her and Candace together. They could have been a strong team, but they made them turn on each other. Bullied Monique off of that show. And then right after they got Monique off, got Candace to help them get Monique off, then they bullied Candace till she couldn't take it no more. And she, respectfully stepped down because she had a baby, but she was backed in the corner. Now, in between that, they bring Mia on the show and had her attack Wendy first season, threw a drink in Wendy's face. Still on the show to this day. And now she's lying and over there crying. But you forgot how you came on the scene. And we're not even going to discuss the bullying down there in Huntsville. Okay? Or over here on Zeus Network. I don't even watch. I don't have Zeus. I just see clips on the internet. But the way they just, I'll fight you. All they doing over there is fighting. And Natalie Nunn just counting her chips. Making millions. Her and whoever owns that Zeus app making millions out over there having young black women fight each other. For what? This bullying and fighting is just ridiculous to me. So that's what I'm saying. Heavenly ain't the first. Oh, and let's not forget Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore. Love Kenya Moore. But you can't sit here and tell me Kenya did not bully people on that show. She bullied Kim Fields. That first reunion she had with Portia, she had that scepter pointing in Portia's face where Portia and her got into a fight. The guy from New Edition, his wife is on there. They didn't give her the best of time. She bullied Drew a little bit. Oh, this Phaedra, her and Phaedra thing. This bullying and behavior, disrespectful behavior, anything coming out of people's mouths, this has been going on forever on reality TV, and nobody's ever held accountable. They just keep rolling the tape because, it's viewership, is this and that. So you let people get comfortable doing it till it gets out of control. Then you want to do something about it. Okay, Heavenly got out of control. Now everybody's coming after Heavenly. When Evelyn, they didn't come after Evelyn them until all of a sudden they realized Evelyn may or may not be colorist. Then everybody started coming after Evelyn. But they let everything else go on. But when they realized she kept getting rid of dark-skinned people or harassing the darker women on the show because of the one girl that played football, I can't remember her name, that played football that she thought liked Ocho Cinco or Chad at the time, who told her Chad was DMing me, and she went and patted her between her legs in Palm Springs until that girl came on the show and they started bullying her. That's when they started doing something. In the Real Housewives of Potomac, same thing. They start calling the green-eyed bandits colorists because you notice they kept harassing the dark-skinned girl. Then all of a sudden they want to do something about the bullying. The problem I see is you allow this bullying to go on for so long that they got so comfortable. Nobody checked them until it got out of control, and then people had to step up outside. And now people don't have, Robin's not there anymore. Basketball, I don't even know if people even watch that anymore. If it comes on once a year or once every 2 years, they're stringing along. Monique's not on Potomac. Candace is not on Potomac. She voluntarily left. But you look at the after effect of the bullying. But it didn't have to. Kenya's gone. Kenya got so comfortable with her bullying, she literally put some revenge pee of her castmates on a poster board and unveiled it at the opening of her shop, thinking that was cute. So I'm saying all this to say the bullying just didn't start with Dr. Heavenly. This has been going on for so long and it's been acceptable because nobody said anything. People just kept accepting it till it got to a point where they got out of control. Then they want to speak up. It should have been stopped long time ago. It shouldn't have got this far with Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly called one of her castmates, whose mom had passed away, said something about the dead BITCH. That right there should have ended it. They continued to let it go on. And now this castmate is back on the show and she's still mad at her, but now all of a sudden she's like, let me just chill out and lay low and just try to work through this heavenly thing because maybe she wants to be on the show, but you ain't gonna disrespect me like that. The show didn't do anything to her, and the castmate is back on the show, trying to be friends with her again. No way. You couldn't say that about a dead parent around me, a parent that has passed on, and we gonna be friends again. Never. I don't even want to be in the same room with you because that lets me know how trifling and disrespectful you are to say something like that. To say that to a person. Heartless. So what I'm saying is it ain't start with Dr. Heavenly and it's not gonna end with Dr. Heavenly. Because we have seen so many patterns of reality TV shows of African American women going past the disrespectful line, and the producers and the people who run the shows and who in charge of the show, they just let it roll. Good TV. Oh, we gonna get some ratings. This is cute. It's not cute. And if you keep telling me it's okay and it's cute, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to see, oh, what can I do to top last time? That's what happened to Kenya. What can I do to top this, what I did last season? And this one took her out the door. Stop them ahead of time. She may be back, but she got a season off without a check. Okay? Look at it that way. This is ridiculous, the way some of this stuff goes on. And that lady has talked, Heavenly has probably, everybody on that show has had her raft at some point. Everybody. And y'all think it's cute. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. But for some reason, she running to apologize now. Maybe she got a couple of warnings, but she know how to apologize when she know, oh crap, this is a real deal. Dr. Heavenly's not crazy. She's not crazy. But she want to say, oh, people are calling my dentist office and harassing me, whatever. But what are you doing on YouTube? What are you saying about people on YouTube? You causing that on you, bringing that on yourself. It's everybody got a YouTube channel. Everybody say stuff. You don't have to say nasty stuff to get people to follow you. You already have a name for yourself. They're going to follow you anyway. Just be funny. Okay? And with that being said, everything I say on my channel is is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every person who has liked, left a comment, or subscribed to my channel. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And with that being said, I want everybody to have a great rest of your day. Be safe. Pray for the world. We're going to get through this all. Peace out.